So are you getting it, that you have preceded yourself vibrationally, and that you can feel the content of that new you that is in the process of becoming? And are you beginning to really feel the 2 points of vibrational relativity? Vibrationally where I am right now in relationship to vibrationally that which I have become? Do you have a problem with the word vibration? Are you understanding that everything is vibration, including and especially you? And that when you are aware that you are vibration, then you can begin to feel for the harmonics of vibrational harmony. Or you will sense the discord in vibrational disharmonic. In other words, everything is about that, isn't it? Do you understand that your emotions are based on vibration? And that the emotions that you feel are your indicator of what you are doing vibrationally, meaning your emotions are your indicator of that vibrational crack between what has manifested and what you're observing and what you're thinking about it and what you're offering vibrationally and the true vibrational nature of your being. We know there are things that you want, that you believe if you were living, you would feel better in living them rather than living without them. But there is a trap in that thought that goes like this: I'm less happy here than I will be when I'm over there. And since all of your vibrational offering is being offered from here, then if you're less happy here, you can't get there. But how do I feel better over here when I'm not over there? And we say, by looking for things that are over here that also feel good, by caring so much about how you feel that you are willing to work it away, work it around in every which way that you can until you feel the vibrational alignment taking place within you. We've been accused of wanting to teach you how to visualize so profoundly that you're so happy in your vision that whether the manifestation happens now or tomorrow or much, much later, it doesn't really matter because you're happy in your now. We have been accused accurately because we know that there is nothing that you want that is for any other reason than you think you will be better when you get it. You think that you will feel better in the having of that. You would think you will feel better in having more money, or in having that lover, or in having that more satisfying employment, or in having that happier feeling body. We know that it feels to you that those things need to manifest before you will feel happier. But what we're wanting to remind you is that there is this response to what's happening, which is a post-manifestational response to the action world that is around you. But that is only a fraction of your creative license. If you are among the billions of humans who are waiting until something happens, and then you are offering your vibrational response in response to what's happened, then you do not have creative control of your own experience. But if you are someone who has figured out that you are vibration first and foremost, and if you are someone who has figured out that you can, by choosing thoughts, adjust the vibrational content of your being, and thereby mold the energy of your being into vibrational alignment with that which you have become, now you are a deliberate creator. And so we're encouraging you to be a selective sifter as you pick from the past, or as you pick from the present, or as you pick from the future. But we're encouraging you to care about how you feel. In fact, we're encouraging you to only care about how you feel. In fact, we're encouraging you to, for the most part, forget about your action journey altogether and let it be a vibrational, emotional journey. Because if you will do that, if you will care more about how you feel about what's happening or about what not's happening than you do about whether it happens or not, now you've got it, you see. When I demanded that I get what I'm looking for first so that I can have an emotional response to what's already happened, now I'm not creating. Now I'm just observing. I'm just regurgitating. I'm just responding. I'm just having knee-jerk reactions. Well, how would someone go about creating a condition? By using the condition as I always must to help me conclude what I would prefer, but then immediately taking my eyes off of the not preferred condition while I expectantly reach for an improved condition. I'm healthier in my imagination than I am in my observation, because when I imagine, I can make it just the way I want it to be. Never face reality, create reality. Don't look at what is and regurgitate more of it. Look at what is, automatically launch desires, and become the fuller version of that which I am, and then I feel my way into vibrational alignment with what I've become. My work is to become vibrationally worthy of all of the good stuff that I've been asking for. What in the world is vibration? How can somebody be vibrationally worthy? The greatest secret of all. To be vibrationally worthy, you just have to care more than anything else, more than life itself, because it is life itself, how you feel. And then you have to be willing to work your thoughts around in whatever which way you can until you find relief from thoughts that don't feel good. And while you gradually replace them systematically with thoughts that feel increasingly better. Well, how does one go about that? Well, you look out at people who annoy you, and you feel the discomfort of that annoyance. And then rather than asking them to change their annoying behavior, you just work it around in your mind so that they don't annoy you so much. First, I was so accustomed to just responding to whatever was. I would see something and I would have a knee-jerk response to it. But later on, I began to understand that the knee-jerk response was just my initial reaction to their vibrational offering. And when I saw things that did not match who I am, I felt the discord of it. But then I became aware that I didn't need them to understand me or to understand my needs or wants or to agree with them in order for me to feel better. And in that acknowledgement came my first and my true recognition of my power and of my freedom. When I discovered that I no longer needed one other person on the planet to be even a little bit different in order for me to feel the way I wanted to feel, I found instant freedom, and I found something else. I found an ability to love them anyway. And when I found that I could love them anyway, I returned to the true nature of my being. And without even knowing I was doing it, I closed the gap between me, and I began to be the source energy being in a physical body that I was born to be. Then I had my first real birth, where all that I was meant to be was focused with me in this moment. I can't look at things that are horrible and feel good. But by practicing looking at things that feel good, the horrible things don't show up in my life. I have to look pretty hard to find them. Law of attraction doesn't bring me the horrible things when I've tuned myself to the well-being things. And anyway, as I look out into this world, there's way more that's going really, really well than is going really, really wrong. Do you know how hard we have to look to scrape up the bad stuff? Who was it that decided that it was our job to find all of the problems and solve them? I found it to be utterly overwhelming. And so I began to tune myself to the good things of life. And more, I am so tuned to the good things of life that only the good things of life show themselves to me. I found out that I could not get sick enough to help sick ones get well. And I could not get poor enough to help poor become prosperous. And I could not find enough confusion to help others be clear. I discovered that through the clarity of my example, by caring about how I feel and every day contouring myself to vibrational alignment with what feels good, that I not only became the non-physical energy in a physical body that I was born to be, but then and only then did I offer a strong enough signal that those who were seeking that sort of clarity could make their way to me. Law of attraction has put us together for a reason. What if I find myself in a horrible place? There will be someone there for you, someone perfectly vibrationally matching where you are, who will amplify for you where you are. And just beyond that person who is amplifying exactly where you are will be another who represents the best that you can reach for from where you are. You will be led by one to another, and eventually you'll find your way back. When you say, I care how I feel, and every day, all day, I deliberately make choices of what feels better and what feels better and what feels better until I've tuned myself on most subjects to feeling really, really good. And now I can see by what law of attraction brings around me that I am a vibrational example, the vibrational example that I was born to be.